What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly homer, Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Well, it's Friday, and we're going to continue with what I told you we were going to do last week. We're going to continue with the ideal draft scenario that we're going to do up until draft day this year. So today, we're going to do that, and I'm going to give you the 3 picks that I think the Grizz should take according to this mock draft. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demo respect and let's go.
Now, if you remember, we did this last week, and I had the 3 guys at 22, 29, and 47 that I took. And that was according to Tankathon's draft last week. And if you want to see that video, the video is going to be in the description of this one. The link will be down there. You can just click on the link and see what the people I picked last week. But this week, we're using a different mock draft because Tankathon hadn't updated yet. I didn't check it this morning, but it hadn't updated last night when I checked. So we're going to use Sam Vecenie's mock draft at The Athletic. Now, just in case you don't have access to The Athletic, I'm going to put the picks up here that Sam Vecenie had us taking at our picks at 22, 29, and 47. At 22, Sam Vecenie had us taking Bryce McGowan's from Nebraska, 6'7" wing, which is pretty cool. At 29, he had us taking Patrick Baldwin, 6'9" forward, who kind of had a disappointing combine, but I guess at 29 I wouldn't be too upset with that pick. And at 47, he had us taking Jalen Williams, 6'10" center from Arkansas, 19 years old. And that would also be a cool pick, of course. But now we're going to get into the 3 guys that I picked at those selections. Now, I will try to see if I can get a listing of this draft, and I will have it in the video. So if I was able to get a listing of this draft where you can see the exact order of the people that he picked, you will be seeing it right now in this draft order. So hopefully I was able to do that. But like I said last week, the rules are, who's ever available when our pick comes up at 22, I will have the entire pool of players left, and I will select the player that I think best fits for the Grizzlies at this time. So, at number 2, who did I select? Well, I selected Jaden Hardy, 6'5" guard from the G League Ignite, 19 years old. He is projected as a combo guard, but he's more of a scoring guard. He's a little bit bigger than Desmond Bane. He's a 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. So he's got some nice size on him. He's real good with the ball. Hopefully I can drop these highlights in here and you can see that. He's real good with the ball. He's got a real good shot. And he's a guy that I think I had preseason top 3 in his draft. And then he kind of had a slow start to his G League season. He never really did get his shooting on track, but the guy was a straight sniper in high school and earlier. And then I had to think about it. I compared him to the other, shooting guards that came out, Jalen Green and Anthony Edwards. The last 2 highly touted shooting guards that came out of the draft. And what did these guys have in common? One thing that they all did was they had slow starts to their season. And I don't know, maybe this is just my crazy draft theory or, rookie theory that shooting guards are going to take a while because even scoring guards are going to take a while early in the season. I think Trae Young also had this problem where his shooting was terrible to start his career out until he got, I guess, you got to get a feel of how and where you can get your shots off at. And unlike the other guys in the draft, Jaden Hardy was playing against older, professional players. He was playing with a NBA three-point line. So he had, different circumstances than the other players in this draft. So as far as potential and fit, I like him coming in, being the sixth man for the Grizzlies, probably stepping into that role with that DeAnthony Melton has now. And with the depth that the Grizzlies have, there's no rush for him to do this immediately. But I would expect him to probably be pretty successful and as a sixth man early in his career. So, yeah, at 22, I would select Jaden Hardy from the G League Ignite. Now, we're coming up to 29. So, who would I select at 29 for the Memphis Grizzlies? Well, I would select Dalen Terry, 6'7" wing from Arizona, University of Arizona. He's also 19 years old. Now, he's basically more like a point guard. And if you can see the vision of what I'm saying, he is what I would call a late bloomer. He was kind of installed as Arizona's point guard late in the season when their starting point guard got hurt, and he kind of blossomed. He's above average athlete. He's real aggressive. He's got a great personality. He's 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan and can handle the ball. Now, he does need to get some polishing up. He shot 36% from three-point range his sophomore year. Or was it? Yeah. This year, he shot 36% from three-point range. So he seems to be a guy that can play on and off the ball. He's real disruptive in the defensive lane, and I think he would be a perfect fit off the bench next to Jaden Hardy, as he can be the primary ball handler, and Jaden Hardy can be the primary scorer, and it would be a good fit. And that's what I like for the Memphis Grizzlies at number 29, Dalen Terry, 6'7", from the University of Arizona. Now, we come to the last pick number 47 in the second round, and this is where we're going to get to the first time this has happened, but I like it that it's happened. At 47, with the guys that I see that's left, I would go with the pick that Sam Vecini has at 47 for the Memphis Grizzlies, Jalen Williams, 6'10" center from the University of Arkansas. Now, I'm not going to lie, I would be ecstatic if they were able to get Jalen Williams at 47. I think he's going to end up going in the first round, late in the first round, or in the top 35 picks. That's what I predict. But if he's there at 47, I would love for them to take him. He is like a bigger, longer version of Xavier Tillman. Very, very smart player. He's got a little bit better shot than Xavier Tillman. He's a little bit better defensively. He can provide a little bit more as far as passing and facilitating. He's just a real smart defensive player, and that was shown in Arkansas with his foul drawing. He's an above-average rebounder. He would be able to, I think, function very, very well in playoff settings as a big, especially as a big off the bench. And he might be able to be a spot starter because his ability to facilitate, handle the ball, and make shots from the outside. So there you have it. This week, this Friday's ideal draft scenario for the Memphis Grizzlies, I would have them at 22, taking Jaden Hardy, scoring guard from the G League Ignite. At 29, I would have them taking Dalen Terry, 6'7" wing utility player out of the University of Arizona. And at 47, Jalen Williams, 6'10" center from the University of Arkansas. Now, let me know, how do you like these picks this week? These were, I guess, I've been going back and forth on things that I like in this draft. And there's, like I keep telling you guys, a lot of things that I like in this draft, a lot of players that I like in this draft. So it's going to be hard for me to be upset with what the Grizzlies do. It'd be very hard for the Grizzlies. I think it'd be almost impossible for the Grizzlies to select somebody with their picks, if they pick them, that I don't like. Whether they keep their picks as they are at 22, 29, and 47, or if they decide to move up in the draft, or they move back in the draft. Now, I have some different ideas on what I think they should do, but as far as keeping their picks, this is what I like according to Sam Viciini's draft in The Athletic. Now, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can get alerted to the next video that we do or that I do.